Hello, let's have a look at this Replica WW1 translator. This is a replica of the translators which was used during the First World War. Now, before I continue, I will say I'm not actually sure if these were made by the soldiers out of ammunition cases as art, as some people like to say, or if these actually were issued to them for use in service. I honestly don't know. I tried to do some research, but I couldn't find anything on the matter. I think some were issued and some were trench art made from ammunition cases. But anyway, as you can see, this is full brass, the only non-brass parts being the flint and the cotton inside. So how this lighter works is you hold this piece here and you pull on the lanyard ring to open up the lighter. From there, it works like any other lighter. Somewhat like a Zippo. And to extinguish the flame, you just close it. Now put it out. Or obviously you could just blow it. Now to fuel up this lighter, which takes petroleum spirit, exactly the same as a Zippo, you unscrew this piece here and pour the fuel in. The bottom, as you see, is full of cotton. Now if you wish, you could keep a couple spare flints in there. This ring serves the purpose of not only opening and closing the lighter and opening and closing the place for fueling it up, but you could also, of course, tie a lanyard around the lighter so you don't lose it, or you could wear it as a pendant around your neck. And I've done that a few times. It makes a nice necklace, I think. The way you put a new flint in this lighter is this piece here. You just pull it. As you can see, it is sprung, although because it's small it is kind of difficult to hold on to. So you pull this back and you just simply drop a flint in there and just let it go, and the spring will push the rod back up. Now these lighters can serve both as a functioning lighter, as it is a functioning lighter, or a collectible piece. I think the price point on these is pretty reasonable. These cost, well, I paid £20 for this one off amazon.co.uk. You could find these on some military surplus websites and possibly some survival websites. Now, I dare say this would be a good lighter for bushcraft, and I'll explain why. It is, like I said, a functioning lighter with a flame, but another use you could get with this lighter is solely as a ferrocerium, or for the sparks, much like a ferrocerium rod, because of the way this opens and closes. Now I've never tried this, so I cannot confirm if you could do that with it, but I can't see any reason why not. Some companies have came out with products that is just the flint and the wheel, like a lighter. So I think this does have many uses as a lighter. It does make a very nice cabinet piece, especially if you have other things from that time period, or you're just a collector of lighters. This would have a nice place in your collection, I believe. It certainly has a nice place in my collection. Personally, I prefer to collect Zippos, but I do quite like this lighter. It is a very nice looking lighter with that brass, especially if you were to clean it up a bit more and keep your fingerprints off it and maybe give it a higher polish. It does come with a small suede pouch. I don't have that with me at the moment. This is probably about the size of a standard clipper lighter, maybe a little bit bigger and a bit heavier, but nothing. It's not too bad. This would also make a fine conversation piece. You know, if someone has to borrow a lighter, you whip this out. Chances are most people haven't seen or heard of these before. So that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching.